Why are we here? A lot of people think that it's just because what our father and our mother did. I heard too many times people saying nobody was on the other side and came back to tell us. Yes, because people think that one should die, decompose, and then put himself together again and tell us how it is on the other side. And they completely forget that we have numerous cases of people that were clinically dead, that just because of a stubborn doctor or a stubborn relative or weird bureaucratic procedure, they were not completely unplugged, but they were dead in every medical sense possible. And then they come alive again. And they tell us. Sometimes they tell us what people in the other room were talking about. And sometimes they tell us how it is on the other side. And granted, if they are Christians, most probably they are talking about angels. And if they are not Christians, then they are not talking about angels. But the differences, and we can explain the differences, are not important. What is important is what most of these testimonies have in common. And that's that we choose to live. We've chosen this life. And we've chosen this life sometimes we've chosen lives that are not ideal. That are not ideal to the point that we could not understand why somebody would want to choose a life like that. Even if we choose a life that is totally miserable. We are born without legs, with one arm, without voice, with one eye. I don't know. All these things together. And we are born and we live for 2 days and then we die. When such person dies, on the other side, he receives the same treatment as everybody else. Everybody wants to know, how was it? Because we are here for the experience. And when you are on the other side, every experience on this side is an experience. When you are on this side, you are all stressed out about the importance of life. Life is so serious. What have we achieved? How can we be proud of ourselves? Did we make our parents proud? And all these things are okay. But on the other side, everything is an experience. And you know, today we are lucky. We have computers. We can explain to somebody how it is to play a computer game. Because 100 years ago, how would you explain to someone that life is just a game? We have a computer with computer games, and we play those computer games. Too many people, too much, too often. Doesn't matter. When we play those games, we play them for the experience. And sometimes a game is becoming boring because we played too many times that game, or we are too good at that game and it's again boring. So we would gladly choose a penalty. We would play a first-person shooter that we are very good at with just a knife, without one leg, with half the health, just because we can, just for the sake of it, just for the experience. And it is the same thing when somebody is born to this life with handicap. And here it looks tragical, but there is just an experience. And I guess it shows that I'm very passionate about this, because it's the closest thing I have. I will never say that I believe something, or actually I will, but I will never mean it, because whenever you believe, it usually means that you don't let other ideas in. But everything in my experience tells me that it is so. And I do understand that there will be those that will have problems with these topics, but you don't have to believe anything I say. Don't even listen to me if you don't want to. And even if you are interested in what I'm saying, don't believe anything I say because you have to. Don't believe anything anybody says because you have to. Don't do anything in life because you have to. Do it because you want to. Because when I say that we are so much more, that you are so much more, that you will ever know, I mean it. And the one that it's so much more that we are doesn't have to do anything. He does everything because he wants to. And you will ask me, if he can do everything he wants to and only the things he wants to, why can't I do the same? Well, first of all, don't take everything so literally. For example, we have to breathe. We have to eat if we want to survive. We have to drink for the same reason. And if somebody would grab us and take us to a concentration camp, we will have to go. But those that were throwing other people into furnaces, they didn't have to do it. So the question that needs to follow is, why then we do certain things? Certain things that are not good for us, not good for others, not good for anybody or anything. Well, it's because the experience is always present, but experience incorporates so many other things. It incorporates learning, it incorporates growing, it incorporates rising or lowering our vibration, it incorporates sharing, it incorporates collaboration, it incorporates so many things that we are in our human form not aware of and will never be. We must stop pretending that we can at all time know all things, or at least that sometime we will know everything. That's not true. Our earth part is just a minute part of existence, but we could be here proudly playing it, be immersed in it, just like with computers. We invent more and more gadgets that could more and more immerse us into our computer games. But here we are. We have total immersion into a beautiful game. We have endless resolution. We have We can smell, touch, hear, feel, smell, sweat our existence. But we are so serious about it. It's a marvelous game and we are not playing. Now you see why I maybe too often mention that life is just a game. It's because if life would be The Little Prince, the book, I would want you to be the little prince, not the serious man. But the fact that I would want something is irrelevant, because the mainstream wants you to sleep, and those that got out of the mainstream want you to wake up. But in reality, you should do whatever you want. What I'm saying and what everybody else is saying, don't take it not even as a suggestion. Take it as a thought provocation, because you have to come up with what you think about life, about you. Because when we talk about these things, we talk about free will. And free will exists. Maybe it's not 100% the same as we think it is, but it exists. So it's not that someone else can create reality for you. It's that someone else can manipulate you so that you will create reality in a way that maybe you would not want. But don't think too much yet about who creates what and how, because this is a subject that we could talk for hours about. It's not a subject for a 10-minute video. But what is absolutely true is that manipulation is the game. And you can also manipulate yourself. In fact, you are doing it all the time. And the key card in this game is perception. Because perception is fundamental for how we perceive reality. So one can be imprisoned for life and feel absolutely free, and another can have the whole world and feel absolutely imprisoned. And that's just because of their perception. So my friend, enjoy life. Enjoy this game. Take the most out of it. Hear me. Hear the others. But listen only to yourself.